Hello! On this class, I'm going to show you how to draw a baby fish. So it's going to be a small, tiny fish. It might look like a goldfish a little bit, but let's call it baby fish. So we're going to start with an oval shape. So with a pencil, let's make an oval shape here. So make it as big as you can, guys, so this way you have time, this way you have space to color, because we are going to put some color in there. Just like that, go a few times around to make that oval shape as big as you want, or the shape that you want. After we did our oval shape, we're going to make a little triangle, and this is going to be the mouth. So triangle right here. We're going to do the eye, a circle, and then we're going to do the tail of the fish. That. And then let's go up. Let's make a fin here. And we're going to do two tiny little fins here at the bottom. And then we're going to do the head. So let's put a line here for the head. And I think that's about it for the sketching. Now, let's make the lines a bit better here because we have a lot of lines. And we're going to keep the lines that we want. Let's keep our fish a bit clean this time. So if you guys have a Crayola marker, you can use a Crayola marker. If you have a Sharpie, you can use a Sharpie. So I'm just going to go simply trace the pencil line right now. So this way we know where our fish goes. The fish line. Right, and then the mouth. Just follow the line, the pencil line that we had underneath, that's all. Now when you do the eye, make sure or be aware about the space that you guys are leaving between the mouth and this part. So how much space I'm leaving here, how much space I'm leaving here. Okay. And let's do this part of the head. Going to do the fin. And the other one's at the bottom. And then the tail. All right, looks good so far. I'm going to put a few lines here. And then let's go to the tail. And then at the bottom. Now also I'm going to put some curvy lines on this baby fish right here. So these are the little fins that help the fish with swimming. Just like that. Now, my fish is going to have a few colors today. I am going to use yellow, blue, maybe a bit of green and purple. So I'm going to start with yellow right here, the first part. So let's start with yellow. So sideways, guys, And then let's fill all this space that we have here with yellow. Now you can go down and erase those, the pencil lines that we had before, if you don't want them to show on the paper. But the Sharpie will still remain there. There we go. And let's do the mouth here a little bit. Looks good for now. So let's continue with our yellow. And also you can do this up and down, and you can also do it sideways. So we can come back here and do it sideways to fill all our white spaces. And also the fish gets more color, so the color becomes stronger when you go back for the second time as the second layer. So it's just like the painting. So sometimes you cannot get the painting done with one layer, so you have to go back and put a second layer or a third layer. And this is what we are doing with the pencil. So we are putting a second layer right now. All right, and then the fins, I'm going to do them green and blue. So let's do some green ones. I'm sure you guys all have seen fish. And if you haven't seen like a real fish in the water, I'm sure you have seen them at the grocery store or on the TV. They usually swim together like in groups, but sometimes you can see them one by one in the water. And the reason why they swim together in groups is simply to protect themselves. So they kind of hide with each other, or move together, or signal each other if there is danger in the water. So I'm going to do all this row here with green. Okay, so I'm doing cross-hatching, it's called, guys. So I'm doing squares on this part. So going one direction first, and then going sideways. And let's go back to each and one of them. Let's go sideways also. Let's do our second layer of color. All right, so the second fins, the second row of fins, it's going to be with blue. So I'm going to move on to the third one. The third one is going to be green again. So now that I have the pencil, I'm going to use it for the other row, and you guys can do the same. So let's do this all green. Now, I do not recommend using Crayola markers if you have thin paper, because this is too much coloring. This project would be better on using pencils, because if you use Crayola markers, the markers will rip off the paper when you color. Okay, then picking up the blue here. So these are the colors that I have chosen for my fish. You guys can choose your own colors if you prefer so. But I think these colors go really well together. I'm happy with this. So to make it easier, guys, you can simply follow the same colors that I am doing here. So after I color the first layer, I go back again and color it again for the second time. And then I'm going to use the third one here, the second layer of blue. And let's make all this blue. And then for the tail and the fins, I am going to use purple. Let's get our purple. Most of the fish that I usually do is yellow and red. It's like goldfish with yellow, orange and red colors. But this time I decided to do a different color. So I decided to use different colors. And I'm pretty happy with these colors. And let's go down here. And our tail. Now notice sometimes, guys, that the pencil goes outside the line. You can always come back and use an eraser and erase it, but you have to be a bit careful because if you use colored pencils, those are a bit difficult to erase. And I think it's looking pretty good. So that's about it for my fish, guys. So what I think here, I'm going to add some bubbles. I can make them with purple. So let's make some tiny bubbles here. Like this. Because sometimes when they breathe, the bubbles go up in the air. And if you want to color them, you can color them. I'm not going to color all of them. I'm going to leave some white and some purple. Just like that. Because I want some to look airy. And there you go, guys. I'm sure you did a very good job with this fish. It's not difficult at all. Alright, guys. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on the next project. Bye-bye.